Hey everybody, Tom Jorgensen here. I am here with Joshua Yale, and we just finished reading Infinity Wars #1, and we know after a long week of waiting who killed Thanos. Full spoilers for Infinity Wars #1 to follow. But Joshua, why don't you tell us who killed Thanos?
It was Gamora.
It was Gamora.
Gamora with the sword in Thanos' head. In the
just
neck.
Doom.
Thanos, got taken out by Gamora. Pretty crazy revelation. Of course, it makes perfect sense looking back, especially because the first page of this issue is this close-up of Gamora, and she says, a piece of me is missing. A piece of her is actually inside the Soul Stone, and she wants it back, needs all the Infinity Stones to do that. And of course, the first roadblock in her way is Thanos. So she, in the prelude to Infinity Wars, which was last week, she took him out.
The crazy thing about that is that we are so used to seeing our heroes be heroes and give the villains some slack and put them in jail or some kind of weird zone in reality that they can't escape from, the negative zone. And this week, that was not the revelation. The revelation is that a hero killed Thanos in pretty gruesome fashion.
Yeah, well, Gamora, of course, is the daughter of Thanos and has had a lot of issues with him. Thanos has done, I would argue to say, more harm than good for the galaxy, so I'm actually on her side. But it actually is interesting to see her take that step and sort of go down the path of the dark side and kind of become like her father. In a way, she is becoming him. She's killing people who are close to her. She's trying to amass powers, get the Infinity Stones. That sounds a lot like Thanos, and now Gamora is he's gone, but now she's sort of like the new Thanos in a way. I don't think she'll go as full, dark, to that side as Thanos, but she's definitely going down a very dangerous path, which is fitting for the most dangerous woman in the galaxy.
Yes.
In the universe.
In the universe. And she actually does have a very understandable motive, right? She wants that piece of her soul back. It's it's not domination, it's just something very personal to her. So that makes sense. You did make mention, though, of her killing people close to her. And that brings us to this week's second revelation, big event, if you will. Joshua, what else happened this week?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is, like you said, this was the, oh my gosh, I don't believe this really happened moment that they ended the issue on. And just to set it up a little bit, Doctor Strange and all the heroes and one crook, Turk Barrett, each have an Infinity Stone, and so they're coming together to form a new Infinity Watch to be custodians of the stone, make sure no one uses them for anything bad. She just crashes that, shows up with her new sword. Actually, the sword has the Power Stone in it.
It looks like Cloud's Buster
Yes,
sword a little bit.
It does. It has the Power Stone in it, which is how she was able to use it to kill Thanos, which is a cool, nice detail there. But yeah, she comes in, and Peter tries to stop her because she's like, I just need the stones, give them to me, no one has to get hurt. And Peter thinks he can appeal to her emotionally. He's like, just stop what you're doing. You're not gonna kill me. And she's like, everything dies, Peter. And she goes, huh, and impales him on the sword.
Nothing ever dies.
Nothing ever dies.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, and that is a big hope because Peter Quill is obviously, the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, even
Not
though
anymore.
the Guardians don't exist anymore technically. But yeah, to still see these two that have been so close over the years, to see Gamora kill him, even if, one day can be reversed because it's comics and that's how comics work, it's still, is that an emotional wound that you ever think can be healed?
Yeah, I don't think Peter is going to be happy, should he ever be resurrected within this event or after it when he gets to talk to Gamora again. Especially when the Infinity Stones are involved, you don't really know what's going to happen, especially because maybe Gamora killed him knowing, especially because she's the one who said, nothing ever dies. Maybe she knew that, hey, if I get all the stones, I can just rewind that with, do a little Doctor Strange time stone reversal action, and then he'll be alive again. Or, can use all of the stones to just, bend reality to her will, do an unsnap, snap him back to life instead of killing everybody like Thanos did. So yeah, I think there's a lot of options here to how this could go. I know it's like you were saying, it's how comics work, that we're ready for people to come back at any moment, even if they were just killed at the end of an issue. Also, he was just impaled. People have survived that before, right? Impalings?
Yeah, that's such an easy wound. Just a sword through the chest. You can take 2 Tylenol and you're fine.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was all the stuff that happened in Infinity Wars #1 this week. Pretty crazy issue by all accounts. But if you want to know more about what's going on in the Marvel Universe, you should check out our recap of last week's primer, Infinity Wars Prime. Check that out. And also be sure to check out Venom's crazy new origin in the comics and our opinions on it. Spoiler alert, they're not all positive. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.